What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about auction today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys, and let's get into it. So we found a relative low, it seems, right? For how long? A day, 4 hours? Who knows? We're at about $19 now. If we check auction here, auction, and we look at this, you can see that the market cap is 124 million. Volume is back above the market cap. For a brief window today, we actually had a volume that was lower than the current market cap of auction, and that was a nice breath of relief. Just for a moment. It was for like a few hours. Maybe it was for even like half the day, but it didn't last long. This manipulated effort seems to be coming back, and make no mistake, it is a manipulated effort for sure. I mean, with these levels of volume, again, I'm not talking bad about auction, but there's someone or multiple someones out there who are pumping up the price and artificially too, I might add. It makes me want to stay away. It doesn't make me want to invest right now because, again, this same kind of artificial price pump is what happened here. And look at just what happened, right? Basically from the beginning to the end, that's what was going on. Who's to say that we can't go all the way back down, right? We absolutely can. I mean, we could if we dropped this much in a day or in 2 days last time. Who knows? If we move up here, we could drop at a moment's notice. I mean, we don't even have to move up. We could drop lower. So I'm staying away. I'm sticking with the whole notion that I've said since the top there, which is that I don't know what's going on with this thing. I will happily miss out on any growth, and don't hate me if you do. Right? It's possible right now. We are seeing more volume. This is not normally a good thing, guys, but for auction, it seems to be a good thing. It thrives off of that. We are at areas of support here, prior areas of resistance, prior areas of support. I don't know how much technical analysis is going to help us in this thing, but just looking at it here, it wouldn't be too crazy to see a little bit of volatility, right? You didn't really on the way up. What makes you think you're going to see it on the way down? I don't know. But the way that this looks to me, I would think we're not due to move up until we get above or below 1640 or maybe even 1730, something like that, right? I shouldn't even say below 1640, but around there, right? 1640 to 1730, if not lower. If not lower. Oftentimes you tear through that golden ratio on the first attempt, and you can see, or that does open up the door for the extensions to come into play. Um, and I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but I'm just saying it can happen. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if we just continue to drop. Wouldn't surprise me at all if this volume's coming back in, that we could see some kind of a pump, a relief rally. Wouldn't it be crazy if we just went all the way up to new all-time highs and you had a perfect opportunity to buy now, and this thing's going to be worth $80 or $180 in the next month or two? It's possible, but I'm staying away. I'm staying away at least until Bitcoin has its resolution to the downside, and I'm definitely staying away until this thing has its resolution with its volume here, until this manipulated effect goes away. You know that it's manipulated because, I mean, just it's very uncommon. If you're seeing so much volume that it literally engulfs your market cap, why aren't you growing more? You know what I mean? It's because they're buying, they're selling, they're buying, you know what I mean, and they're making a lot of money, and artificially maybe sending the price up to sucker people in or to get people to buy, and then once they think there's enough capital on the table that they can just drop the price down and still make a profit at, like whatever margins they're trying to achieve or think that they'll be able to achieve. I'm not going to be a part of it, is all I'm saying, right? I think auction's a good project, and to my knowledge, they're handling this situation kind of well, but somebody is definitely having fun with their funds here. And I don't know all the details, but that's my theory, at least, and it seems to be a going theory as well. If we're looking at this, I don't want to take February 3rd. I want to take this low to high here. You are at the golden ratio. Finding support at prior areas of resistance. Just chilling. Yes, your RSI has come down. You're in the same area that you found support before. You're getting crazy levels of volume as you were before. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say you could be running up to new all-time highs, but I also think that if I was a manipulator or somebody who was controlling the price, essentially, I might count on people thinking that, and then you form some kind of bull trap, and that's whenever you complete the dump in their face, and then you move on to your next thing. I don't know. I do still believe, regardless of what happens, and maybe you go all the way up, because, again, technical analysis isn't really going to help us out. With that being said, you did find support in the golden ratio, or you are, at least at the moment. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if you continue to move up, but at the same time, I'm not going to get involved with this thing until three things happen, right? Bitcoin resolves itself. We see these lows below 77K going down to 74 to 70K. auction resolves itself in the case of the volume. We stop seeing this crazy volume, and then also auction resolves itself with a drop down to about $13, maybe $10.54, something like that, right? That's what I'd be waiting for personally. If not this low, something around $13 is definitely where I would anticipate that you go. But you're at $19 now, so not interested. Send it to the moon, man. I'll watch it go. It'll be fun, and it's so easy once you're at the top to be like, man, maybe I should have bought here, right? I'm sure there are a lot of people that thought that right up here, huh? Man, maybe I should have, maybe I should have just bought here, but it didn't really matter, did it? Right? Because it came all the way back down. So it's just, it's not something that you can necessarily not profit off of. You definitely could profit off of it if you're doing it right. But I don't want to play with this, right? It's kind of like Russian roulette. Who knows when that ball's gonna drop? Whenever the axe comes down, you never know. And I just want to stay away from it personally. It's too much inherent risk. I'm not gonna let my greed get the better of me. I hope you don't let it get the better of you either. There's a lot of cryptos out there that are about to rip, that are about to do really well. And auction, it definitely performed very well in a short amount of time. It ripped pretty hard with all of this intense levels of volume coming in. An 8x is nice, but I've got that took, let's see, from February 25th to March 21st. That was about a month, right? I've got cryptos that I think will do this and more instead of in a month, in 2 months time. So I'm patient. I can wait. I'm not worried about it at all. But I just wanted to make an update here, give you guys my thoughts. Some people might look at this and be like, is it time to get in? Are we going? Maybe, man. I mean, honestly, maybe. If you're willing to let it fly, this is probably better than the average meme coin to invest in at this point, honestly. But it could drop at any moment. You're playing with fire. You are playing with fire if you're buying here. But with that being said, it would not surprise me if it just continued to move up. Again, technical analysis doesn't really help with this, and it seemed to have worked before. You're finding support at key areas of resistance. It might work again. If I had to guess, if I had to lean one way or another, I guess you are at a low, and I think you're moving up higher. It looks well for that, but again, technical analysis isn't something I would lean too heavy on, right? My gut might actually be a better thing to lean on in this kind of sense, and my gut tells me don't play with fire, you're going to get burned. So I'm done making this video. I think the message is well received. I hope it is. I like bounce. I like auction. I think it's an interesting protocol. I have nothing against bounce. I just don't want to be a part of whatever this mayhem is right now, personally. And if you want to, that's fine. Like I would bet if you buy here, you probably make money. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. But while we've been talking, it went from 9% up to 11.6% up, and it's probably going to keep going. But I say probably, it could also probably just dump like this. Like if you think these days it's not going to dump anymore, there might be more to go. And I would think that when this manipulation started, you might go through that. You might go to that, right? You got pretty close, but I don't know. It stopped in an area that didn't make sense. Why is it stopping here in an area that does make sense? I think it's there to trick people. I think it's here to trap people. Don't be trapped. If you get in, get the hell out really quickly, or just make your bed and lie in it, man, and maybe buy once all this stuff is resolved. But I'm waiting. I'm waiting, and that's the main message of this video. Is I just want to not encourage people to be degenerates, right? I mean, honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing went up, but I'm not putting my money into it, even with that. So I'm just going to end it there. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, and we'll just watch this thing fly. I'm going to watch it fly from the ground. I'm not going to take part in this moon mission, but maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. All right, bye-bye.